West Georgia, and welcome to your weather on North Georgia Television. Considerable cloudiness today, a chance of occasional rain showers in the afternoon with possible thunder. Highs will be near 78, winds south-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Showers and thunderstorms in the evening, and then cloudy with more rain likely overnight. Lows will be in the upper 50s, and winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Around the region, Calhoun at 58, 73 at midday, and then on up to 77 this afternoon. And Chatsworth, 58 as well, 74 at midday, and then 78 for you this afternoon. And Chickamauga started at 60, midday 75, and then 78 mid-afternoon. Cohutta, you're at 58, warming up to 73 by noon, and then a high of 77. And Dalton starting out at 57 this morning, expect 74 at the noon hour, and then up to 78 mid-afternoon for your high. In Fairmount, 59 this morning, 74 expected midday, and then on up to 78. In Lafayette, 59 this morning. Look at 76 by noontime, and then 78 this afternoon. In Ringgold, 58 early this morning, expect a noon temp of 72, and then up to 77. On the 7-day forecast, tomorrow overcast with an 80% chance of showers in the morning and breaks of sunshine in the afternoon. Highs will be near 72, winds northwest at 10 to 20, and then lows overnight in the upper 40s. Clear skies, winds at 10 to 15. Saturday, expect a partly cloudy day, winds shift south-southwest at 5 to 10, highs near 80. Increasing clouds overnight with lows in the mid-50s. On Sunday, partly cloudy skies, high in the upper 70s, lows in the mid-50s, and partly cloudy skies continue overnight. Monday, still partly cloudy, high 82, low overnight near 60, south-southeast winds at 5 to 10. And partly cloudy next Tuesday and Tuesday night, highs in the mid to upper 80s, lows in the mid-60s. Then Wednesday, cloudy, afternoon highs in the mid-80s, overnight lows around 64. And next Thursday, some sun in the morning and then a mostly cloudy afternoon, highs near 86, a good chance of showers in the evening, lows in the low 60s. And that is your weather forecast. Remember, whatever the weather, North Georgia Television hopes you have a blessed and beautiful day. And here are the area obituaries. Mildred Dreschel, age 90. Mildred Dreschel of Tunnel Hill passed away peacefully on Saturday, April 20th at Hospice of Chattanooga. Memorial service to honor her life will be held Sunday, April 28th at 2 p.m. at the Tunnel Hill United Methodist Church with Reverend J. Tenney officiating. In lieu of flowers, donations may be offered to Tunnel Hill United Methodist. Funeral arrangements are by Julian Peoples Funeral Home, Rocky Face Chapel. Miss DeVal Lyon Sweet, age 83. Miss DeVal Lyon Sweet of Chatsworth passed away Friday, April 19th at her residence. Memorial services will be Saturday, April 27th at 2 p.m. at the chapel of Sean Chapman Funeral Home. The family will receive friends at the funeral home after the service. Mrs. Alicia Elrod Townsend, age 42. Mrs. Alicia Nell Elrod Townsend of Irwin Hill Road, Fairmount, departed this life Saturday, April 20th. Services to celebrate her life will be Thursday, April 25th at 2 p.m. from Salacoa Baptist Church with Reverend Terry Timms, Reverend Darrell Lemford, and Reverend Gary Elrod officiating. Alicia will be laid to rest at the church cemetery, and the family will receive friends at 10 a.m. Helen Gray Palmer, age 92. Helen Palmer of Flintstone passed away Easter Sunday, Memorial worship service will be held Thursday, April 25th at 4 p.m. at Hope Fellowship Evangelical Presbyterian Church in Chickamauga. Visitation will follow the service in the church. In lieu of flowers, contributions may be made to Hope Fellowship Building Fund or Salvation Army of Chattanooga. Arrangements by Heritage Funeral Home. Arthur Douglas Lewis, age 67. Arthur Douglas of Ringgold went home to be with the Lord Sunday, April 21st. He served in the United States Air Force. Funeral services will be at 12 p.m. on Thursday at Heritage Funeral Home, Battlefield Parkway Chapel, with Reverend Darrell Lewis officiating. Interment will be at Chattanooga National Cemetery. Johnny Ruth Villarreal, age 77. Johnny Ruth Villarreal of Rocky Face passed away on Monday, April 22nd at her home. The funeral service to honor her life will be Thursday, April 25th at 3 p.m. the Rocky Face Chapel of Julian Peoples Funeral Home, with Reverend Keeley Hasty officiating. The family will receive friends at the funeral home on Thursday at 11 a.m. until the 3 p.m. service, and the burial will be in Gordy Memorial Cemetery. Virgil Leon Owens, age 78. Virgil Owens of Dalton passed away Sunday, April 21st. A funeral service to celebrate the life of Virgil Leon Owens will be held 2 p.m. Friday, April 26th at the Chapel of Dalton Funeral Home. Interment will be at Varnell Cemetery. The family will receive friends for visitation from 5 until 8 p.m. on Thursday evening. Miss Kathy Bearden, aged 59. Kathy Bearden of Chatsworth departed this life Sunday, April 21st at her residence. Service to celebrate the life of Miss Kathy Bearden will be held Thursday, April 25th at 1 p.m. from Ponders Melrose Chapel, with Reverend Robert Beavers officiating. Interment will follow beside her parents at the Ponders Whitfield Memorial Gardens. The family will receive friends at the funeral home from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Thursday. Bernice Gallman Smith, age 96. Bernice Smith of Rocky Face passed away on Easter Sunday, surrounded by her family. There will be a private service for the family, and a celebration of life will be held Thursday, April 25th, 4 to 7 p.m. at the farm. All who knew and love Mrs. Smith are welcome to join and share their memories. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Arrangements by Love Funeral Home. Mrs. Patricia Glenn Talkington, age 61. Patricia Talkington of Dalton departed this life Monday, April 22nd at Hamilton Medical Center with her loving family by her side. Service to celebrate the life of Patricia will be Thursday, April 25th at 3 p.m. from the Ponders Melrose Chapel. Interment will follow in Ponders Whitfield Memorial Gardens. And that's our obituaries. Now stay tuned for your news.
Good morning, I'm Aaron Scott.
And I'm Adam Scott. Welcome, Northwest Georgia. We are your television news covering Catoosa, Gordon, Murray County, Walker, and Whitfield counties. In the news today, one bridge in Dalton has reopened while another is undergoing repairs. United Way of Gordon County names new executive director.
Also coming up, Whitfield County School gets kids involved in caring for the environment. Some safety tips and information as mosquito season approaches and upcoming events. First up, the Gordon Street Bridge, which connects Glenwood Avenue to downtown Dalton and has been closed since March 20th, reopened to traffic on Monday. That being said, maintenance work on Dalton's Wall Street Bridge, a major east-west connector, began Tuesday and continues through mid-May. According to Andrew Parker, Assistant Public Works Director, though the bridge will remain open, there will be lane closures that may cause traffic delays. Parker said C.W. Matthews Contracting Company will be completing the necessary maintenance repairs, which will include reconstruction, existing failure headers, and joints. And the travelers should use caution in order to proceed through work zones and consider using alternate bridge like the recently reopened Gordon Street Bridge or the Walnut Avenue Bridge to access downtown Dalton while repairs are commencing. The Wall Street Bridge repairs cost $109,902 and will be paid with money from the 2015 Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax.
Oh, good. Yeah, we actually drove past that.
Yeah, we drive past that every single day. A lot of work to be done.
Yes, next up, a food city for Calhoun. City and county elected officials have approved a payment in lieu of taxes agreement with Dews Pond LLC concerning the construction of a food city supermarket at the intersection of Dews Pond Road and Lovers Lane Road. The agreement includes an $11 million investment by the Development Authority of Gordon County in the form of industrial revenue bonds to Dews Pond LLC, which is an entity created by the developer working with Food City out of Tennessee, according to a memo from attorney William Thompson to city and county officials. It also comes with a 5-year graded tax abatement schedule in which the company will pay no local taxes the first 2 years, 50% the next 2 years, and 75% in the final year. According to the agreement anyways. Kathy Johnson, the president of the Developmental Authority, said typically the authority only focuses on industrial development, and this is its first commercial project. And moving forward with the project, the Developmental Authority laid out a specific set of criteria that must be met to be eligible for financing through the authority, she explained. These requirements included job creation, wages, and infrastructure. The project is expected to create a total of 160 jobs, 50 of them full-time, and include at least $500,000 in infrastructure improvements.
In addition to construction of Food City, the project also will bring a fuel center and 2 out parcels for potential commercial development. The supermarket chain originates from Tennessee and has expanded into Virginia and West Virginia. By recently making moves into Georgia, Johnson said several months ago the developer working with Food City came to the Development Authority inquiring about possible locations over the time since the authority has worked with a developer to provide them with a community profile, which is used to substantiate the construction of a business in a particular area. Essentially, it comes down to the inquiring company trying to determine whether the demographic data of a particular area match up with their business. The community profile looks at population around a site, how many people work and live in the area, income levels, and the type and size of households, spending habits, among other data points, all to answer the question of what potential customers they would have. The groundbreaking for Food City is scheduled for May 16th at 10 a.m. Johnson said they are pleased to have the opportunity to work with Food City and have a new business and new chamber member in Gordon County. You know, that's awesome. Honestly, I haven't been in the Food City yet. I've been kind of letting the hype die down before I venture in there.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't heard any bad things about it, for sure.
No, not yet. No.
Next up, the United Way of Gordon County names Jennifer Lator as a new director or new executive director. Lator has always set her sights on working for a nonprofit, so when she saw a news release announcing the retirement of Vicki Spence as the executive director of United Way of Gordon County earlier this year, she decided to apply. On April 15th, Lator started in her new role. A Dalton native, Lator graduated from Southeast Whitfield High School in 2009 before moving on to Dalton State, where she earned a bachelor degree of arts in English literature. Following an internship with the United Way of Northwest Georgia in Dalton, while still in school, she was hired as a volunteer coordinator for the organization. Later in her 3-year stint with United Way, she ventured into the marketing side of things. Lator said she has always had a passion for what the United Way does because she's seen firsthand that the funding goes exactly where it's supposed to. The opening in Gordon County called Lator back from her marketing position with Dalton Utilities, where she worked for about 2.5 years. And even though she left United Way, she continued to stay involved as a member of their Young Leaders Society.
The Lator is replacing Spence, who was led by United Way on the Gordon County since September of 2006. The two will be working closely together until Spence's retirement date in June. Spence is helping Lator through one of the organization's major events, Dancing with the Stars Get Schooled, which is set for May 30th and May 31st. Lator said that Vicky has done a wonderful job and is leaving an outstanding legacy, and she hopes to continue the work that she has put in. As future plans, Lator said she still needs to meet with the board to discuss the strategy under her leadership. She said one thought is to continue by progress cultivated by Spence on the way to reaching that $1 million mark. The two-person staff, she said, will take huge things a step at a time. Lator hopes to continue to inspire local students to volunteer their time with United Way so that when they enter their careers and move forward with their professional lives, they will understand the organization's work and be willing to support it. She believed United Way is a quick and fast way to learn what your community is doing, what United Way is doing about, and what out there to help people, adding that she personally experienced this while working with her local United Way in Dalton. It's in knowing how United Way and its agencies have helped those in her community which inspires her to further the organization's reach and impact. Their service extends a reaching hand to anyone who may suddenly be unemployed or surprised by a medical diagnosis or needs a little extra help in paying rent or keeping the lights on. And I'm Aaron Scott. I thank you for tuning in here at WDNN this morning, and we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Stop. With VidLink, we're taking TV, streaming, and video to the next level with one simple app.
Having all the channels in HD is a huge plus. The quality of the picture on each channel is untouched by anything on the market right now. I would highly recommend VidLink to all my friends.
One thing I love about VidLink is the restart feature. If I turn on the TV and it's 10 minutes into a show, I just hit that restart button and I get to watch the whole thing.
Contact us today to learn how you can get linked.
While the word cancer can strike fear at the deepest level of our souls, in the case of skin cancer, the prognosis is very good. Basal cell and squamous cell carcinomas are the most common and are not normally included in cancer statistics.
Our office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of skin cancer.
If you're concerned about a mole or freckle that may be changing, give us a call. Most treatments can be performed in our office in about 15 minutes with very little discomfort.
I am Ron McKinney, pastor of Kinsey Drive Baptist Church in Dalton, Georgia. KDBC has been the birthplace of several Christian organizations. It was the birthplace of Christian Heritage School 30 years ago, and through the Academy of Fine Arts, Labrie Symphonic Orchestra was founded by KDBC members Gene and Betty Lindauer. The ministry of KDBC reaches around the world with the missions of To Every Tribe Ministry, and I was a founding member of North Georgia Fellowship of Christian Athletes in 1992. Majesty is the longest running television program on North Georgia television. For 28 years, we have faithfully proclaimed the doctrines of grace. Kinsey Drive Baptist Church welcomes you to visit at 2626 Kinsey Drive on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Our website is kinseydrivebaptistchurch.com. To God be all the glory.
Precision Chemical and Paper Supply is locally owned and operated by Damon Duckett, serving our community for 40-plus years. We can supply all your away-from-home needs. Business-to-business products include janitorial, food and beverage, facilities and ground, office products, and packaging. Located at 101 Bryant Avenue in Dalton. Give Precision Chemical and Paper Supply a call today at 706-226-8795 or visit them on their website at precisionchemicalandpaper.com.
Welcome back, guys. Why don't we jump right into it? Next up, since Earth Day is in April, we focused on Calhoun School's recycling efforts yesterday, and today is its targeting recycling at school. A recycling collection program and environmental education program the Dalton Whitfield Solid Waste Authority offered to local schools. During the 2018-2019 school year, more than 35 local schools participated in the program, which mainly facilitates mixed paper and cardboard recycling on school grounds. Collection containers are painted yellow and green with a picture of a mascot, a recycling bin. Each school year, a contest is held during an 8-month period to encourage schools to recycle. Schools compete in one of 3 categories: elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. Each category has a first, second, and third place winner. Schools are compared by recycling rate, which is calculated by dividing the number of students by the weighted of recyclables collected.
During this last contest, 35 participating schools collected 304,920 pounds of recyclable materials, mostly paper, for an average of 13.9 pounds recycled per student. That's the weight equivalent of about 12 average-sized school buses. The top schools for 2018-19 in the elementary school category were Learning Tree School in first place, Pleasant Grove in second place, and Doug Gap in third place. For middle schools, the winners were New Hope in first place, Westside in second, and North Whitfield in third place. For high schools, Dalton won the first place, Southwest Whitfield was second, and the Northwest Georgia College and Career Academy and Phoenix tied for third place. To encourage recycling efforts within the schools, the Dalton Whitfield Solid Waste Authority is awarding them with classroom recycling bins, carts to carry the recyclables on, and celebrations with varying small prizes or treats. Even though recycling collection is provided, it's up to each school to decide how to manage recycling collection inside. To make a recycling program really successful, there has to be a person in the school responsible for running the program during the school year. Usually this is the teacher or staff person that leads the school's green team or earth club. Schools that have gone above and beyond the minimal recycling requirements have done so because the recycling program is part of the culture of the school. School recycling programs help establish community norms, teach individual responsibility and environmental stewardship, give participants a hands-on learning experience, and makes a difference in reducing the amount of waste produced at the school. Recycling is an all-inclusive activity that the whole school can really rely on all year long. A free environmental education program provided by Target Recycling at school further supports school recycling programs.
That's absolutely great. I mean, I love seeing especially younger kids get into this early because this is going to make a big impact.
Especially for the future.
That's a fact. Next up, for many Americans, mosquitoes are a year-round disturbance. These tiny, bloodthirsty, disease-carrying insects will attach anywhere from head to toe, particularly during warmer months. Disease carried by mosquitoes kill more people than any other living species on Earth. According to Gates Notes, more than 700,000 people worldwide die any given year as a result of the diseases these bugs carry. Mosquitoes' preferred temperature is anything above 70 degrees, which means they can exist for some length on every continent in the world except for Antarctica. The southeastern United States is at its warmest part of the country, is a perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes in 2019. It's expected these mosquito populations in the southeastern United States will be slightly above average due to a wetter than normal outlook for the summer, as well as temperatures that will be average or slightly above average. According to the National Weather Service, that is. For Northwest Georgia, mosquito season is beginning as the temperatures are becoming more consistently warm. Mosquitoes become dormant when there are stretches of at least a week or two where the temperature drops below 50 at night. Then mosquitoes will die down until the following year. This happens around mid-October or early November in this region.
Unfortunately, mosquitoes are the most attracted to the carbon dioxide we emit. While we are never going to stop emitting CO2, you can help to reduce the instances in which you are bitten by mosquitoes by considering the following tips. Using mosquito repellent. It's projected that the mosquito repellent industry generated almost $5 billion alone. That doesn't even account for sleep nets and clothing. The industry is so massive because the mosquito problem is so massive. DEET is the most popular mosquito repellent. It helps block the odors on your body. Mosquitoes are believed to attract the bugs that can be sprayed on the skin and clothes. As concerning as low as 30% will provide a similar effectiveness for the same amount of time as a higher concentration. Promethium is a highly recommended concentrated chemical and is only meant to be sprayed on your clothes, so never spray it on your skin. It can last on your clothes for weeks. Even if you wash them, the chemical paralyzes and eventually kills the mosquitoes. Picardium is a chemical that is similar to DEET, only it doesn't irritate the skin like DEET. It has a similar effectiveness though, and it is colors and odorless. It is also capable of shutting down mosquitoes' ability to smell human odor. An oil of lemon and eucalyptus, or OLE solution, synthetically recreates the oil of eucalyptus trees and offers a safe alternative to stronger chemical repellents. The Mississippi State Department of Health says the OLE, which is different from natural oil taken from lemon eucalyptus trees, has about similar effectiveness to sprays within 15 to 20%. DEET OLE cannot be used on children younger than 3. Chemical-free sprays and natural oils made from trees and plants like tea trees, lavender, garlic, peppermint, and citronella have more been proven to moderately be effective in preventing mosquito bites. While not as effective as DEET and other chemical-based solutions, they are a safer alternative and can be applied to children under 3. Make sure to use these repellents as directed. Avoid spraying the solutions near your face. Instead, spray an amount in your hand and then apply it to the necessary areas near your eyes, nose, and mouth. While these repellents are most often used on your body, certain repellents can be sprayed in your yard to help prevent mosquitoes from living and laying eggs in and around your home. It should be noted that repellents used often in excess can cause health problems such as eye irritation and allergic reactions, so use them in moderation.
One of the primary steps against preventing mosquito bites is wearing proper clothing when outdoors. It is suggested you wear lightweight clothing to cover arms and legs and wear high socks whenever possible. If you plan to sleep outside or the place you're staying indoors doesn't have closed windows, screens, or air conditioning, mosquito repellent nets, screens, or tents that help keep mosquitoes away while you're inside and sleeping. Keeping your yard clean and free of standing water can help reduce the risk of mosquitoes residing in and around your home. To help keep your yard free of breeding mosquitoes, dump out pots or other objects that collect rainwater, clean up piles of leaves and shrubbery, clean out any dead trees or plants, clear out clogged gutters, collect all the kids' toys, make sure they contain no standing water, and store them in a dry place. Clear trash cans of any standing water. To access this information on mosquito protection, go to pets.org/mosquito forecast and stay safe from mosquitoes this summer.
I've honestly always had an issue with these little pesky creatures, and I find it hard keeping a straight face reading about these
Me
things.
too, because these things are so annoying. I mean, I don't see a legitimate point in mosquitoes.
I think they're right up there with gnats and wasps on the nuisance list.
That's a fact.
Yes, next up, upcoming events around the region. And please send your upcoming events to info@wdnntv.com. Don't forget to get registered for the Boys and Girls Club Benefit Golf Tournament Friday, May 3rd at Indian Trace Golf Course in Chatsworth with a 12 p.m. tee-off time. Teams can be purchased for $400 online at bgcgmw.org/murraygolf. The Share America Foundation will host an American Youth Concert fundraiser on Friday, May 3rd, 2019 at 7:30 at Ringgold's Patriot Hall, featuring a variety of youth featured on its upcoming CD American Youth of Southern Alphatia. Donation for adults is $12 and youth 18 and under are free. Share America's mission is promoting the traditional music sounds of Appalachia and our youth through scholarships, special events, and educational opportunities. They're here in Atlanta Country Music Hall of Fame inductee and nonprofit 501c3, founded in May of 2006 and is operated under the direction of a board of directors. Chairman Gary Knowles, Vice Chairman Jimmy Terrell, Secretary James Pelt, President Randall Franks, and Vice President Jerry Robinson Sr.
And after that, we have Keep Calhoun Gordon County Beautiful. We'll hold the Spring Cleanup and Recycling Day on May 4th from 9 a.m. to noon. This event is part of the Great American Cleanup with Keep America Beautiful, a national campaign for beautifying our communities. The Spring Cleanup and Recycling Day is a community-wide litter cleanup. Contact Keep Calhoun Gordon Beautiful at keepcalhoungordonbeautiful@gmail.com. Next up, New Etocha will once again come to life with recreations of the 19th century life at Cherokee Capitol. New Etocha Trade Day is set for May 4th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 1211 Georgia 225 in Calhoun. Demonstrators will provide a glimpse of what life was like back then. Historic life demonstrations will be presented throughout the day and will include blacksmithing, tanning, stoning, capping, basket making, pottery, salt making, herbalist. Oh yes, hello there. Oh, it looks like we're running out of time, guys. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to cut it a little short today. We thank you for tuning in, and remember, guys,
stay classy.